Hello YouTube, right, we're back and it is another bench session. You are correct by the thumbnail title, but you're asking yourself, does Barry only bench? No, I do a lot of things, but this is the road to 160 and this evening, that's fireworks, but this evening we've got the garage open. Why? Because as well as videoing a YouTube video, I'm also waiting for a Tesco's delivery. That's what happens, yeah? It is home gym, garage gym, multitasking. So I'm expecting in the next half hour. So in the next half hour, we've got to get this chest session done. Okay, right. So, just warming up with 60 kg there. To be honest with you, all I'm doing there is literally just going through the rhythm. Rhythm is a dancer. But literally all I'm doing is going through the range of motion, range of movement, just making sure there's no niggles. Also, at 60 kg, it's kind of telling me whether or not I'm up for it. How heavy does 60 kg feel? Now the good thing is, 60 kg felt all right then. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight up to 100 kg. Happy days. Now you'll know from other videos, I like to do a little bit of back in with my benching. However, I did back yesterday. So do I really want to put in another little bit of back in? Not really. So all we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of time out in between sets just to chat to you people and we'll crack on from there. So I suppose I've done quite a few kind of intros and different things, but this might be the first time you're seeing me. You're thinking, oh, wait a minute, an old man on bench. How interesting, let's crack on. So let's go 30 seconds before we crack on with this 100 kg, 40 on each end. A little bit about me. Barry Thompson, 47 years old, around 84, 85 kilos at the moment, 5'10". I know, I'm an absolute monster. Been training for decades now. Worked in the fitness industry for a long time, done club manager, PT, regional manager, commercial manager, etc, etc. So I live and breathe it, and that is me in a nutshell. So if this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, welcome. Hopefully it won't be the last, but for now, let's crack on and let's get some out on 100 kg. Right, don't want to fatigue the living daylights out of myself, so I'm not going to go silly. Don't need to do a set of 10. I know I can do a set of 10 on 100 kg. So all we're going to do now is take a little bit of rest. I'm going to chat to you guys again, and this time we're going to put, oh, let's come into light, a 10 on, okay? So we're going to go from 60 to 100 to 120. So I think you guys were probably counting those 100 reps more than I was. I reckon that was probably around about 6 or 7. Could have been 8, but I reckon about 6 or 7. They went up quite nicely, which I'm happy about. So what we're going to do now is go up to 50 kg each side, 20, 40, 50, plus the 7-foot Olympic bar, 120. So as I said, I do like to do a little bit of back, so this is a little bit unorthodox for me, not doing a little bit of back. I need to grab some of my intra workout as well. So literally I just have BCAAs while I'm working out. It gets this old body still in. Helps with a little bit of the hydration. To be honest with you, it also tastes quite nice as well. So there we go. Sour watermelon, have a smell of that. Yep, smells all right, doesn't it? Cool. perfect. Yeah, so I was doing a bit of back last night. Just chatting before I have this 120. Doing a bit of TRX, haven't done TRX for ages. Do like my bodyweight calisthenics, so yeah, did some TRX for back. Also did some bodyweight pull-ups as well. Worked off high pulley lat pull down and using the V-bar on close grip as well, so bringing in some ROMs and lats, which is all good. Next back session, which I'll do towards end of the weekend, will be more bent over row. So I'll probably use a landmine to do that, and either a 6 foot or 7 foot bar that's behind me. Yeah, and just do some bent over row. That'll be all good. Right, enough chatting. Let's go on and crack on with 120 kg. So we've now got 50 on each end. Probably thinking, bloody hell, he's getting through that. All good. Right, so we've got 150 kg. Sorry, 120 kg. 50 each end. That's wishful thinking, isn't it? Right, let's see what we can do. Oh. Strange having the garage door open as well. It is a little bit nippy in the UK. It's been warmer the last couple of days, but it's still cold. Doesn't make the garage feel a lot bigger though, having that open. Usually it's quite claustrophobic in a single car garage, 192 square meters I think these things are. Right, go for 120. Let's go for about 3 or 4 on this. Leave enough in the juice to try to attempt 130. Don't want to use too much, do we? Right, let's go. Okay, so I was going to leave that to like 3 or 4, but that actually felt decent. So I thought, do you know something? Why stop there? So if you watched my last video, you'll know that I used 120 kilos, which we've got on the bar, as my progressive overload for a number of weeks. Because going back to, when was it? Just looking at my board behind me there. Going back to kind of middle of August, I was struggling to lift like 130 for 2. I was struggling. I don't think I failed 140. I just don't think I tried it. Yeah, struggling 130 kilos for 2 reps. Wasn't getting much out on 120, but my goal is to get to 160, so I was a way off. So I just need to focus, get more volume in, and start programming the way I know works. So yeah, this was my progressive overload. Got onto 120, worked it up over some sessions, been able to do 5. Then all I did was I just worked on, right, how many sets of 5 can I do? So I think the first week I did just 1 set of 5 on 120, then tried again in the same session and got 3 more out. And all I did over a couple of weeks just worked up to 4 sets of 5 repetitions on 120. Now I attempt 140, and it's not flying up, but 1-2 reps are going up, which I'm happy with. This is all good. And for the first time in a long time, I did 2 or 3 sets on 130 kilos for 5. I think that was the last video that actually did really well. I was happy with that. A couple of thousand or so views, which is good. Usually only get about 500 or so, if I'm lucky. But yeah, that one hit loads of likes, loads of comments. So I was well happy with that. But if you're watching this and haven't watched the previous one, have a look at the previous one, just give you some context and a bit more information around programming. But what we're going to do now is, let's dump you guys there, excuse it, and we're going to put on another 5 each side. So we'll grab these Technogym 5s, we'll put those on each side, and that'll bring the bar up to 130. Oh. Okay, right, perfect. Okay, so you can see that now, that's up to 130 kg, 20, 40, 50, 55, 110 in wheels, and 20 kilograms with the bar. So now we're going to play with 130. As I said, did really well the other day, felt strong, so I'm expecting I should be able to get out 5 on 130, I reckon, but I want to go a little bit heavier for you guys this evening. So I'm going to see if I can get to 140. I only went to 130 in the last session, as you saw. Stopped there and just went for volume, progressive overload. But looking for a little bit of a cheeky final chest session. Just to see where I am on a dark Friday evening in the UK. So we're going to push the boat out a little bit. I'm going to take this to 130, as we're doing. I know I've got 5 in me, but I'm not probably going to do 5. I think I might just go for a treble on this one. And then we're going to go up to 140. Let's go. So we'll go heavier than last session. So last session was just progressive overload on that 130 for 5. Now we're just going to tickle the 130. We'll leave enough in the tank to go up to 3 wheels, 140. Easier said than done. I might be blagging this and it will land on my face after a rep. See how we get on. As I said, it feels weird not doing back in between this. Right, let's go. Decided to do 5. Good. Not the exact prep you want to do. As you can see, whew, should have breathed on those last 2 as well. That would have helped me, wouldn't it? So was going to do 3. Had it in my head to do 3. And then to myself, I was just like, Barry, you're doing yourself out of reps. You're doing yourself out of reps. So that might have scuppered my chances to do 140 by going for 5 on that. But I wanted to do it. Felt like I had it in the tank. So that was all good. Right, so let's put you down there. Grab a little bit more BCAAs. Then decide how I want to play this bar. Whew. Right, do I just slide that 5 off? I think I'm just going to slide that 5 off and stick 2 more 10s. It's not going to be some people's perfect bar, because many a time I posted on TikTok and YouTube before, especially TikTok, Barry, bloody hell mate, just put 3 20s on each side. Back when I used to be able to do this 140, 150. So Jesus mate, put 3 20s, looks much better, tidier bar. I don't care. I'll put 10s, 2 10s together instead of a 20. Don't worry me. Right, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got plenty of weight plates, about 600, 700 kilograms in this garage gym. So all we're going to do is take the 5s off. So that'll leave 50, but we need 60 on there, don't we? So I'll go and grab another 2 10s. Okay, right. So, don't worry, that clanking wasn't me collapsing. That's me going and grabbing 2 more 10s. Right. So people, we now have 140 on the bar. So you've got 20, 40, 50, 60. Just add another 10. What's that? A spur, excuse me, spur 10. So yeah, now we've got 60 kg on the bar. So 140, 120 kilograms in wheels, and then 20 kilograms on the axle. So 140 altogether. Right, let's get this last little bit of BCAAs down me. Yeah, so I'm well happy with how the chest's coming on. Still really want that 160. It's eluded me. I haven't lifted close to that for a while. I think I did 155 last year, I think. I have to lose my memory at late 40s. I think it's the heaviest I've done this year. Or was it beginning of this year I did 155? No, I don't think I've gone heavier than 145 this year. So I know I've got this, but in a way up in the frequency has its positives and negatives for me. Up in the frequency, definitely a positive is your body gets used to lifting the maximal weight, repeating the exercise more in a week. Yeah, helps. My issue is I'm not 25 anymore, I'm not 30 anymore, and the recovery I need is a lot longer. Even say, for example, after doing about 4 or 5 sets, or 3 or 4 sets actually this evening, can already start to feel it. A little bit on the front delts, even though I've been trying to keep the elbows tucked in. But yeah, at the moment, what am I taking supplement-wise? So pre-workout, as I said, BCAAs I'm taking during my workout. I've got D3 for the immune system, and I've got glucosamine, which is an absolute godsend. So I have glucosamine tablets in the morning with my D3 for immune system. That just helps joints. So yeah, bone density, joints, that type of thing. But yeah, for someone of my age, 47 years old, I need all the bloody help I can get. Right, so that's been, I'd say probably a couple of minutes. As always, people, unedited. So you know it's happening in real time, there ain't no playing around here. So let's drop that down there. As you can see, we've got 140 kg. So let's see if we can get this up. Then depending on how well this flies up, I might go for 145. Stick the boat out, let's go. Always have to be confident. You never say if it goes up. It's how well it goes up. It's going up whether it likes it or not. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, that it flies up as opposed to me having to battle the living daylights out of it. God, I wish I'd done back in between. No better feeling than having a pumped back. Feeling like when you go into the bench press that nothing's going to move you. I haven't got that. The lats on, a soundboard for the push-up. Right, here we go, 140. You can tell the pre-workout's kicking in, talking like an absolute nutcase, a game show host. Right, let's get this up, 140. Talking over, let's go. Come on, this needs to fly up. Right, happy days. Good. That's pretty nice. Locked in, didn't feel too heavy. Was going to go for a second rep. You probably thought to yourself, the way that flew up, he should have gone for a second rep. But we're going to see if we can go to 145. So I did this, just looking at my board, last did 145 on the 13th of September. So what's that? That's almost about 5 weeks ago, isn't it? I think the 13th was a Friday. Friday the 13th in September. Tell me if I'm right, tell me if I'm wrong. But yes, it could potentially be about 5 weeks ago that I attempted and got 145 up. So we're going to see if we can match that. Now I struggled on 145, so it'll be good just to feel this shooting up. And then we're after that 150, man. That'd be cool to get back to there. It'd be wicked to get back to 150. So what do we need? We need some 2.5, don't we? Right. And there's those little bad boys there. So let's go in between our cables. Grab these. Oh, there we go. Usually use these ones on the cable. Weight your cable just for things like rear delts and that type of thing. But this is going onto the bar. There we go. So just add in 2.5s. So add in another 5 kilos to the bar. So now we have 145 kilos. So just for you guys that like the maths, 20, 40, 50, 60, 62.5. 125 in plates, exactly. Then 20 kilograms on the axle, 145 in total. Right, here we go. Let's keep saying I'm going to finish off the BCAAs. Still some left. Sour watermelon. And the pre-workout's still kicking in from about 25 minutes ago. Getting that beta-aniline, literally just like, ooh, tingles. And apologies, I'm chatting like a nutter because of it. Believe it or not, I don't drink tea or coffee. I do have pre-workout most days because I train on it, but I don't have caffeine in my diet in any way except for pre-workout. So when I do have it, yeah, thank God I train on my own, that's all I've got to say. Because if you trained with me, I'd talk your bloody ear off for about 45 minutes. Done. Right. Ooh. What is it? Are fireworks just much cheaper these days, or is it just around near me? Jesus Christ. All the time. Fireworks going off. They must just be really cheap around near me, or someone's just opened a fireworks shop somewhere in the town or near side village. Right. 145. As you saw, 140 went up all right. So we're going to tackle this. 145. Okay. I know I've got it in me, but it does worry you a little bit. I've battled with many a weight, as a lot of you will be able to testify to if you follow me on YouTube or certainly TikTok. You would have been seeing some crazy lifts that took about half an hour to go up. I've had some reps, honestly, especially on bench, where a rep has taken me, no exaggeration, about 5 or 6 seconds to get up. If you don't think that sounds like a very long time, sit underneath the bench of 130, 140 and slowly press it up for 5 or 6 seconds. It's not fun. Right, let's chat in 145. Let's smash this. Need to dial it in, dial in. This is coming straight down. It's going straight back up again. Let's go. And yes, I appreciate all your comments around those people saying you need safety bars, you shouldn't be lifting on your own. As you can see, it's dark, it's late in an evening. I've got no one in the house that can lift this bar off me if it did fall, or even help me push it up. So it's the chance I take. I know what I'm capable of, and I know how to get out of trouble. Right, let's stop chatting, let's get on. 145 kilos, let's get this done. Let's go. How did that look? That felt all right. That felt good. That feels like I've got 150 in the tank. I'm coming for you, 160. Right, we're going to take off the 5 off each side. And we're also going to take off... Oh, where are we? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm not going to do a single rep again. That was just a little bit of a maximal test, but I'm not here for the ego of sorts, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 10s off as well. Now that would leave, do the maths, if I take 25 kilos off 145, that leaves 120. Do I want to lift 120? Yes, I could finish on 120, but let's be honest, if I lift 120, that's what I can do as my progressive overload quite easily. So I don't really want to finish on 120. So what we're going to do is, we got 50, 50, 20, so you got 120 anyway. We're going to put on these 5s again. And I'm going to tackle my progressive overload. So that 130. So what I definitely guarantee, or definitely recommend is, for those people, I get a lot of people saying, Barry, I've plateaued on 90, I'm trying to get to 100. Barry, I've plateaued on this, I haven't moved for months. All in the programming, people, all in the programming. I swear by progressive overload, not on sets, sorry, not on reps, but on sets. Yeah, find a weight, especially if you're looking towards increasing strength, find a weight, work up to 5 reps on it, then become an absolute freaking guru on that weight. Yep, stick off 1 rep maxes as I've done this evening. That was literally just to see where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm going on that one. 145, as you saw, went up pretty decent. I reckon I got 150 in me. So there's where the confidence comes. I know I'm getting stronger. But my progressive overload right now is this 130 that I did for 5 the other day. I've already done a set on it, as you know, earlier in the vid. So we're going to go for this 130 again. So we've just gone 130 for 5. We've gone 140 for 1, 145 for 1. Now we're going to go back down to 130, the progressive overload. And we're going to hit another 5. Maybe. Hey, glass half full every single time. Doubt yourself, it's never going to go up. That's why I've lived so long lifting on my own. Because I never, ever doubt it's going to go up. Everyone's like, God almighty, what if it fell down? I never approach a lift without thinking it's going up. Usually, I'm already thinking before I'm addressing the bar, my God, this is going to feel good. Oh my God, just imagine how quickly this flies up. Never comes into my case that it's ever, or into my head that it's ever going to drop. It happens. C'est la vie. Right. So as I said, 130 on the bar now. I want to get to 5. And to be honest with you, right, let's do this. If I don't get to 5 on the first set, right, I have to take a forfeit of a rep. So what that means, if I only do 2, I've got to do another 4. So I've got to get 6, so 1 ahead of the 5 I was going for. If I only get to 4, I don't get to just rest quickly and do another rep. I've got to do another 2. So if I fail to get 5, I've got to do 6. So it's in my best interest to get these bloody 5 done, eh? This is going to be a battle. The only thing that is going to be good is the first 1 or 2 should fly up because my brain's still locked into 145 kilos. Right, let's go. Do not want to have to do an extra rep. Let's see what we can do here. Get this locked in, Barry, get this locked in. Right, you tell me, first of all, well happy with that. You tell me those 5 on 130 there didn't look sick compared to the 5 that I did about 2 or 3 sets ago. Man, so happy with that. Honestly, there isn't a better feeling than going up for a couple of singles to a heavy weight and then dropping down to a weight that's challenging and smashing it, because your brain, your whole muscle, your tendons, your muscle fibres all locked into 145 still. So you drop down by 15 kilos to what is still a heavy weight for me. And those 5, straight away, the first 3, I was like, this is ridiculous. I had 5 easy. Well, not easy, you know what I mean? It's stuck slightly on the 5th. I'll be bloody happy with that. Right, people, that's my chest session done for this evening. So that was a decent amount. So just a kind of a quick review on what we did. Just kicked off with a warm up on 60. We then did 100 for I think probably about what, 6-7 reps. We then went to 120 for 5. Did 130 for 5. Single at 140, single at 145. Then back down to 130 for another 5. So I need to do some flies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from, don't want to do flat flies, don't want to use the cable, I want to get on and do some dumbbells. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do some chest flies on an incline. So we're going to incline that to 45 degrees. I'm going to work on some chest flies with dumbbells. I'm going to crack out about 3 or 4 sessions, 3 or 4 sets of those for 10. Work my way up. Probably start with the 20, go up to 22.5, 27. Might dabble on the 4th set just with the 31s at the end there. That'll be decent. Then that's my chest session done. So all about bench. Flies, you've seen a fly before. As I said, yeah, I'll work to about 4 or 5 sets of flies. They'll probably take me about 15, 20 minutes to get those done. Then I'm in to eat because I'm absolutely freaking starving. Luckily though for me, we've now been on here for what? 30 minutes, pretty much bang on. It's a wicked chest session in 30 minutes. And as I said, once I've done those flies, it'll be a chest session, flies and press, all done in about 40, 45 minutes. And I did that all before the Tesco's people got here to interrupt me. Job well done. Right people, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment, loving all the comments. And so happy the last video got so many views because there were so many wicked comments I could reply to. So share this video, snippet the video, do whatever you can, just please share it with your friends. Absolutely love this. Hope you really enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. May well do arms, might do back on the next one. We'll see. Or it might just be another bench, but I'm taking you guys on 160 because it's going to be epic. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. Take care. If you're training this evening, leave nothing on the bench, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.